Yo guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to talk vibration isolator. So if you clicked on that video, there are two cases scenario. The first one is that you already know what it is and you maybe saw that I was building one on social media and you want maybe to build your own, so you are at the right place. The other case scenario is that you have no idea what it is and you still clicked on the video, so thank you so much for watching. It's going to be a fun one. It's actually going to be a two-part video. That first one is going to be about the construction process, how I made my own vibration isolator for less than $300, and that's including the tools to build the whole machine, the whole system. The second part will be about testing it in real life, and that's going to be really fun and hopefully it's going to work. So let's roll the intro very quickly. My name is Guillaume and I'm a filmmaker based on the Gold Coast in Australia. And today we are going to build a vibration isolator, or at least trying. Let's have a look first at what we are talking about. This is not a super well engineered solution or anything like that. It's more so something I built on my balcony because I don't have a proper garage with the proper tools, and because I didn't want to pay $1,000 to $2,000 for a system that I could build for so cheap. First things first, what is a vibration isolator if you don't know what it is? So basically it's a system that's going to isolate the vibration from a vehicle, let's say a car, to your gimbal or to directly the camera. So if you want to mount a camera on a car, you have different options. You can use suction cup, you can use magnets, you can use attach points on a tow bar, or maybe a roof rack if you've got one, or on a bull bar if you have one. What's going to happen if you attach your camera directly to the car is all the vibration from the motors and all the bumps in the roads are going to be transmitted to the camera. Now option 2, you are going to use a gimbal and you are going to attach this gimbal directly onto a car. What's going to happen is all the big vibrations and all the big bumps in the road are going to be filtered through the gimbal, which is going to give a better result, but still, like, all the motor vibration and all the micro vibration are not going to be filtered. Those gimbals are really good at removing movement from your arms because this is what they are supposed to do. However, they're not very good at removing powerful micro vibrations. You will still see like some micro shakes that you won't be able to remove in post. So the goal here is to isolate everything, and we've got a bottom plate that will be attached to the car. In my case, I'm going to use some suction cups. And on the top plate, we are going to mount directly the gimbal. In my case, I'm going to use the running tube because I absolutely want to mount the red onto this setup. The way you connect those two without transferring vibration is by using dampers, and in our case, some cables. So those cables are very tight and are going to connect both plates, but all the micro vibrations will be filtered through it. Alright, enough talk, and I want to keep that video short and sweet, so let's jump straight into it. Just got back from the hardware store and I think this is all we need to build our vibration isolator. Here on the left we've got an aluminum plate. I got that one for free actually. It was a shoot from a company like that is just next to my gym, and they had this in the bin, so I asked if I could take it and they said yes. Got a couple of suction cup here, each of them they should hold, it doesn't say here but it does say it on the website, each of them can hold up to 70 kilos. I went for the hacksaw to cut that plate, wire rope, and it's coated, so there is some PVC coating. It's a 4mm wire, and I'm going to have quite a few of this, and I'll use this tool, which I hope will do the job. And we've got those wire rope grips. I've got 4x12, which means I've got 48 of those. Here I've got those big brackets, U-bolt brackets, to attach the base plate to the suction cup. Here like a few tools to drill, so a small one and a medium one to drill through the aluminum plate, took a couple of wing nuts, and we've got a drill as well. Do you agree with all of this? Is it going to work? What do you think? I'm going to go and grab the tape measure and I'm gonna get started. Yo! Day number 2, and so I went back to Bunnings because I realized this tool is definitely not going to help me cut the rope wire. It's not working, it's not powerful enough. I think that's to remove nails. And I've got this angle grinder and a few more tools and a few discs. So I'm gonna keep going and I'll show you the whole process of building a vibration isolator. So there is absolutely nothing scientific in this, and all I did is I took the wire rope grips and placed them on the aluminum plates in a pattern that I thought would be the best, and then I started drilling holes. Same goes with the wire rope length, so I did cut one piece first and checked if I was happy with the distance between both plates. Then I cut a bunch, making sure I had margin on both ends if I wanted to adjust it later on. By keeping some margin on both sides, it gives me some latitude later on to readjust the wire ropes and to make them longer if I need or shorter, and I believe this is what's going to fine-tune the vibration isolation. If I make them shorter, the whole system would be rigid, and if I make them longer, the system will be a bit softer. And once I had both plates connected, I just drilled a few more holes for the running to quick release plate and as well for the U-bolts for the suction cups. So it's nearly finished. It just needs some adjustments, I think, to make it more usable, but here is my sub $300 vibration isolator. So I've taken out the running tube without any rigging on it, just super lightweight. Let's see how it goes. So here we have the final system fully assembled. I'm curious to see, once I put the camera and the batteries on the running tube, what's happening with those cables, with those the rope wires. The goal is obviously to maintain the whole system integrity, so I don't want them to bend too much, especially if I move in the car. And what's happening, and I'm pretty sure what's going to happen, is when I've got the full rig, so the camera fully set up with the wireless focus and the batteries and all the cables and everything, it's going to be a bit too heavy, and I can tell already it's moving too much. So what I'm going to do is, before going any further, is to add a bit more wire. So at the moment I've got 4 on each side, and I believe if I put at least 1 or 2 in each angles. Here you can see I've done some marking. I'm going to cut that, but basically, like I did here, those 2 holes have a cable going as well on each corner in diagonal. At least 1, if not 2. It's not too bad. It's staying. It's actually pretty good. I'm impressed. Yes, this only cost me maybe $200. However, it took me more than a day to put everything together. First of all, I don't have a garage, I don't have the right tools. Yeah, maybe not the smartest decision, but I like building stuff and I didn't want it to wait a few weeks for the equipment to be shipped to me or buy one. So I think there is a great reward in building your own stuff and maybe having it work, which I hope is going to work. So we'll see that in part 2.